Alright, part 2 of the Trilogy 24-hour challenge recap. This time around we cover the Dark Souls 2 portion of my challenge, attempting to beat all 3 games any percent in under 24 hours. To briefly recap, Dark Souls 1 went relatively smooth. It certainly took a bit longer than my practice run in the lead up to it, but given I took some safety measures and had a few embarrassments, I was off to a good start. Hopefully now, during Dark Souls 2, I will not have a series of severe and continuous lapses in skill. Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which a storyteller gives an advance hint on what is to come later in the story. Oh, that's odd. Well, coming into this challenge I knew this game might be the most demanding in terms of the amount of bosses to fight. However, with only a few of them having painful runbacks should I fail to defeat them on my first attempt. While some were technically optional, with the path I took and taking advantage of the vanilla version handing me the DLC case right after character creation, said path still involved some careful planning to make things work. Good thing Dark Souls 2 is never stingy about souls nor level ups, as both will come in very handy. If you find yourself enjoying what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the things that I'm going to do in the future. Anyway, let us begin. We start out fairly normal, picking the swordsman class that provides the best amount of dexterity, and our weapon of choice will be primarily scaling off of it. Watchers of speedruns might have a hunch where I'm going build-wise, the rest of you are along for the ride. Selecting the bonfire aesthetic as a gift will vary out later on in the run, and off to the races we are. Making sure to break the cartwheel to grab the torch, which is not mandatory but still helpful, we head to Majula, paying a visit to our friend Marlin, grabbing the Titanite shard up ladders, followed by repossessing his clothes. I'm sorry dude, but the increase in souls your clothes provide is just too big to pass up, especially today. Quickly collecting the Estus shard, which I'm rarely gonna make use of, as I just gravitate towards life gems. Next up, Height's Tower of Flame. For a change, I'm just gonna ignore everyone and head straight to Dragon Rudder, where we make sure we can still count to 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cheese.
Yep, still works. We're coming back here in a bit to fight Oldstein. He's got an important ring. Going upstairs, exhausting Lycia's dialogue to relocate her to Majula before moving up a bit, and off we go to Forest of Fallen Giants. Given that I want to keep myself mostly fresh, I don't take any chances, and clear most of the enemies, which could remind me of the fact that Dark Souls 2's door and fog iframes are about as functional as poison Dark Souls 3 is. This goes mostly well, and we arrive at the bonfire, where we also buy a few items from Melange. Firebombs in hand, we take advantage of the only glitch in this run, and open the wall for a nice shortcut. But before we go to the last giant, shopping. Small bits of platforming, standing still for Tomb Raider 2, if you know, you know, and getting the house key. Majula. Get into the house, Paris Lockstone, Titanite shard, torch. High landing rest. It's been a while. Buying the rapier, and only souls for a +1. That's fine. We were planning on coming back anyway. Back into the forest, and we're heading for the ballista room. Large Titanite shard, Titanite slab, and the weed ring. The damage upgrades are going to be sweet, but the increased stamina recovery will be very helpful, as this works very slowly in Dark Souls 2. And delayed. Just why? Another reason as to why I chose the Swordsman starting class is Titanite Lizards. As this wasn't a challenge focused on one singular weapon, I knew that having a sword which can actually hit these guys will be absolutely vital, as that's going to save me a bit of menuing Atlantic Rest for the +3 upgrade and later on as well. Time for the last giant. I only recently learned this boss deals roughly 30% less damage in the Scholar version. I'm playing vanilla, so I need to be careful. I dodged. Good. Briefly going back to Melantia, getting the ring, and then it's on the road to Altstein. Thankfully this goes off without a hitch, and I don't... Oh my lord, Dark Souls 2 is bad, they just keep ganking you. Okay, I'm starting to struggle with this boss a bit more than I would like to admit. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. Instead, we're just gonna do Pursuer. Well, let's hope this fight is gonna go better. What? First attempt Pursuer. I'm gonna roll with it. Off to the Lost Bastille, and some quick shopping. Good, Altstein. This time around, I'm gonna get you. Dude. Do something, thank you. Wonderful. With him being taken care of, we get the Leo Ring, which increases our critical damage using thrust weapons, like the one we're using, by an additional 50%. This is gonna lead to situations where we will have some sick DPS. Yeah, I dislike you a lot. Okay. I was gonna say, give me the Andes. Please don't be a skelly wheel. I keep forgetting them. Voice is a wonderful mechanic which doesn't exist in this game. Actually, it does. It doesn't in Dark Souls 3 because... I don't know. As you can tell, I really do not like fighting this boss. And in fact, the run-up to this boss is also not really my favorite. Moving on, buying a bonfire aesthetic, collecting a few items, and next goal, job of a hut. I'm gonna give it back to Livestream Kaiser. What? Sit down. First try. Anything else would have been embarrassing. Now, let's quickly take care of Broken Peak. Remember to set fire to the windmill in order to make the fight against Mipha even easier. Surely, the second time is going to be much smoother. I would certainly welcome it because the next area is going to be painful. What? God damn it. Phew, that went better than I feared. Iron Keep up next. This area is gonna be rather painful, as anyone would have you know, but thankfully this is vanilla, so it's not as painful as they made it in the Skull re-release. But before we tackle this area, we are gonna first go to a merchant, grabbing the clown gloves and pants, and some fire paper. After my shopping trip, we go into the big room. Hopefully this time around it's not gonna be as painful. Making sure to lower the first bridge. Jesus! And we end up doing some clearing of the area to make sure we can properly buff up without any rude interruptions. It's literally the reason IMO. I'm gonna keep going in this. I'm sorry. Can I like do a force attack? But yeah, he is mega annoying. First try Smelter Demon. I did not expect that to happen. It certainly went rougher in my practice attempts. Now, before I continue on to the next boss, I quickly take care of the Pursuer for another plus 15 attack rating, and after a bit of running and platforming, it is time to face our next boss. And hopefully, we are not gonna have that bad of a time fighting Diablo 2. Another boss fight down, thankfully without a hitch. And surely this is gonna mean the rest of the run is gonna go smoothly. Right? Right? What the? What? This platform. I just keep finding ways to die today. Okay, that was painful. Let's move on to the rotten. I hope this is gonna go better. Please, don't be stupid. Come on. Move closer. Senor? Thank you. Exactly what I needed after that bit of frustration. Now, we're gonna quickly get Lynn's Ring for another plus 50 attack. And we use the 2 bonfire ascetics we have to refight the Rotten twice. In order to get the 1 million soul memory, we need to open the Shrine of Winter. But first, a detour for Silent Hill to get the Chloranthy Ring plus 1. Again, we need all the stamina upgrades we can get. Normally, you need to defeat all 4 Lord Souls to open this door. However, if you get 1 million soul memory, you can also open this door. Just keep in mind that this value is going to increase by 1 million per new game cycle. Drangley Castle. It is roughly from this point that I can feel my concentration steadily fading away. Just hope it's not going to get in the way of clearing Shrine of the Mana a bit down the road. Ironically, that fight is actually scary. Unlike now, where I just roll. Double Dragon Riders is basically free. After we solve a little puzzle and wait for the longest elevator ride. We grab the key, open the door, and fight Looking Glass Knight. Let's see how that goes. Much better. Yahoo! Oh gosh. another first attempt. I welcome that very, very much. Especially because the upcoming area is Shrine of Mana. And I'm just gonna speed up that footage, just so you have a clue of how I dealt with that area. Up next, Demon of Song. Damn, I think I can two-cycle him. God damn it. The Undead Crypt is an area which exists. We quickly take care of Nameless Usurper, who invades our world, and after that we make sure to speedrun through the area, followed by quickly taking care of all the guys before Velstad's arena, so they can't knock us out of the boss fog animation. Rule number 1 today. Don't fuck up, and you broke that rule way too many times already. Easy. This is going surprisingly well. I do not trust this. Game? My own skill? What are you guys planning with me? You aren't just gonna keep me going into the game. Are you really just gonna let me finish the game without any issues? So I am more than fresh in Dark Souls 3? I mean, I would be happy about that. But first I'm gonna take care of a fight that I want out of the way as soon as possible. Considering we have the King's Ring, let's fight Wanker and Defecator. Oh no. Good. That's those two taken down. Okay, what is going on? Why are all these fights going so incredibly well? It's getting more and more suspicious. I'll just keep up next. Quick run through, and then we are fighting Ian, the Dragon of Guard. Please be nice with your RNG. Please? Ian of Guard. Oh, nice. Welcome back, and what you have for dinner? Ian? I would have to look it up later. Am I about to die to... Okay, so another fight going off without a hitch. Okay, why is this music playing? What is about to happen? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, after that series of embarrassments, I decided to just take the path that's actually supposed to be taken, thus arriving at Dragon Shrine in one piece and run the gauntlet. If you have been watching that far into the video, first off, thank you so much for spending almost half an hour of your day with me. Also, I would like to know, if you had to name one good thing about Dark Souls 2, what would you pick? Feel free to sound off in the comments. You know, algorithm and all that. Ashton Mist Heart in hand, we head to the Giant Lord, and we see Miyazaki at least had a supervising role in this game. Who figured? Wonderful. Now all that's left is Chandra, who usually doesn't put up that big of a fight, and then we are off to Dark Souls 3. Don't embarrass me today, I just wanna get it over with. Good. DS2 complete. And that's a wrap on the Dark Souls 2 portion of my Dark Souls Trilogy Challenge. I'm relieved that it went about as well as I hoped for. So now all that's left is Dark Souls 3, and I'll be perfectly honest, considering that I do not have the biggest amount of experience with that game, that's gonna be a wild ride. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of what I'm gonna do in the future, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button, and I'm gonna see you next week. And with that, bye for now, and have a wonderful rest of your day.